What's up, everyone? It's time for another Owl House episode review video. This week it's Ida's Requiem. Last week we had the adventures of Luz and her new older brother. This week we are introduced to Rain, who was partially pictured in season 1. The name was correct, the spelling was wrong. We were all spelling Rain with a Y. Alright, let's begin. Alright, starts off with Ida overhearing King saying that he's excited to meet his dad. You know, that plot point continues, and, you know, he has something important to tell Ida, and Ida assumes that King wants to move away, and Ida's getting real sad because everyone's leaving, because, you know, Lilith left, and King seems like he's leaving, and Luz is gonna leave to the human world, and, you know, get that depressive slump. Ida, she finds this old lute, which, when you play it, it causes magic to affect, you know, various objects, but because of her curse, it, like, causes the objects to decay somewhat, but she doesn't notice that just yet. I'm always down for more representation, and we have that in Rain, who's non-binary. They're a great character. I'm hoping to see more of them, though, considering the ending for this episode, I'm not sure what state they'll be in next time we see them. Rain is officially accepted as the head of the Bard Coven, though we know from the last episode that they were already the head, but I guess there was no public ceremony. Luz and King, they enter this race called the Grand Prix, which is like between 3 different schools. The winner gets to broadcast a message to everyone in the aisles, so the rationale is that if Luz and King win, King can send a message to his dad. King, he throws up, and Luz is like, I need a new backpack, because that's where King threw up. So yeah, I was right that the clip of Luz and King on Albert was from this episode, but it wasn't Grudgeby, it was this Grand Prix, though Luz was wearing the Grudgeby outfit, so, you know, it's a legitimate misunderstanding to make. Ida, she's at the bar drinking some apple blood out of a juice box, and some Coven guards come and drag this wild witch away. The Coven guards are stopped by the Bats, which is the rebellion that Rain leaves. Rain tells them that, you know, magic is not to be controlled, and they put on a little performance with their instruments that can, you know, affect objects. More Coven guards show up, but Ida helps them escape. Ida wants to join the rebellion, but Rain says no, and Ida's like, what, is that how you treat an old friend? The fanfic prisoner is back. It's really good to see that she's okay. Her name is Katya. You know, she represented us, so, you know, it's good that she's doing some good stuff. Rain admits that Ida inspired them to rebel. You see a flashback with the two of them on a date, and, you know, they're happy playing music. Ida and Rain are good foils to Luz and Amity because they're also kind of become blushing messes, but they're more mature about it. Rain joined the Coven and realized how cruel it can be, and realized everything Ida told them was right, so that's why they're rebelling. Ida joins them. They help these wild witches escape because Belus wants all wild witches gone before the Day of Unity. He wants to absorb their magic or something like that. They help them escape Bonesborough because the Emperor has less reach outside the city. Ida, she plays the lute again and causes a whole bunch of stuff in their hideout to decay, and Rain is kind of looking at this stuff like, interesting, we can use that to our advantage. Not in a bad way, just in like a, The race begins. Ida still doesn't want to hear what King has to say, so he's like, no, you can tell me later. Luz and King, they initially do pretty well because of the glyphs, like they use that invisibility glyph to, you know, hide and sneak ahead. Luz uses the plant glyph to snake around the track like you saw in the trailer. Rain calls Ida because they have plans for another raid, but it turns out it was actually a trap set by the Abomination and Beastkeeping heads. The kids get sent to prison, which, you know, Katya is really sad that she's back there, and, you know, I was so happy that she's free, but now she's just locked up again. Let my people go. Rain tells Ida that Belus' plan for the Day of Unity won't work if the Coven heads are gone, so they should take out Darius and Everwolf, which are the Abomination and Beastkeeping heads. Oh, cool thing, Darius, the Abomination head, I was just listening to him speak, I'm like, is that Horde Prime? And then I was looking at the credits, I'm like, yes, it is. So it's always nice when you recognize an actor. But yeah, this Darius guy, he can actually turn himself into Abomination goo, which is like a whole nother level of cool. Rain and Ida start to play, and everything starts to decay. Their logic is, you know, if we all die, then Belus will be down 3 Coven heads, so his plan won't be successful. But a picture of Ida, Luz, and King falls out of Ida's hair, and Rain is like, do you have kids? Prior to this episode, some people, including me, were thinking that Rain might be Scar's parent because they kind of look similar. And, I had the really crackhead theory that Ida was Scar's other parent, but, like, no. That was just me making stuff up to have a crack theory, honestly. But based on Rain's "do you have kids" reaction, then I'm going to say, no, Rain does not have kids. Scar also kind of looks like Darius the Abomination Head, and someone suggested that they could be related, and now I'll accept that as my headcanon. Rain stops the spell, all the things go back to normal. These kids need you more than you think they do. Rain gets captured, but Ida manages to get away. She shows up at the race, and it looks like Luz and King won. No, they actually came in 5th place. That Gavin kid from a couple episodes ago was the winner. Ida's like, what happened? I thought you were winning. And Luz is like, yeah, we were, but then King vomited again, and we crashed, and yeah. It's like, oh, we'll just broadcast King's message over Penstagram, because no one watches Crystal Balls anymore. It's all about streaming. They got that right. King's message is really heartwarming. You see a compilation of people watching it. Will is watching it. The Blights are watching it. King's dad is watching it. Yeah, you see him. He's like walking there, and he has the scroll, and he's just looking at the message, and he looks up. He has that like ray of hope in his eyes. Like, has he been looking for King this whole time? He's accompanied by this carriage, which I didn't notice, but someone on Reddit pointed out that it has the eye symbol on it, which matches the eye on the portal door, so maybe he has information related to the portal. Maybe he helped Philip Wittebane. I usually look at Reddit in between watching episodes and making these, just in case there's something that I miss that's worth talking about. Turns out the thing King really wanted to tell Ida is that he's legally changing his name to King Clawthorn. Yeah, he's fully adopting himself as Ida's son, and ugly happy tears. Darius and Eberwolf, they were watching this on Instagram, and Rain tries to escape. Kiki taps Rain's Coven brand and activates these things that cover them, and it's like, nighty-night, she says something like that. And these other Coven heads are looking pretty happy about this, but Bellows is probably going to do that to them too, so they shouldn't be so smug. Say, all those jokes about episode 7 being the episode were wrong. Amity had a cameo, but wasn't important to the episode at all. Eclipse Lake or Yesterday's Log will probably be the episode. People are still speculating over what Luz's talisman will be, since it wasn't the red bird. A lot of people are thinking it might be a snake, because it looks like there's a snake in the Owl House logo, and Luz, the only thing she's certain about in her future is that she wants to see her mom, and a snake on a staff is the symbol of medicine, so it kind of makes sense. Some people are saying dog, some people are saying a firefly. All we know is that it won't be a cat, because Amity's is a cat, mittens equals kittens, it works. There's the Comic-Con panel later today, which has Amphibia and Owl House stuff. It's implied that we'll be getting something for Season 3 of Amphibia, like a little scene. I don't think we're going to get any advanced Owl House stuff, because, it's still airing, but maybe I'll casually mention that next week. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say this week, so until next time, thanks for watching.